aging can be a positive force. Instead of looking at aging as a silver tsunami to be feared, we should look at aging as silver dividends to be reaped.
Having the longest expectancy in the world, which we now do because we pipped the Japanese last year, is a good thing, most people say. But is it really all good? Or are there also negatives?
To put things in perspective, we've made progress in terms of people living longer and people living longer in a healthy state. But the truth remains that there's an absolute about 10 to 11 years or so where people may have some disability. Really, the scourge in the new age will be the neurodegenerative diseases, of which dementia will be really one of the illnesses we looked at. Another very important development is that with older people, there is a state called frailty. So basically what frailty refers to is that the older people have lower reserves to cope with illnesses, the impact of illnesses. And it's not just the physical and the medical, it also pertains to their functional reserves, their social reserves, their psychological reserves.
Does having older people continue working help their health?
There is a Duke NUS Care study that was undertaken, and it was found through this study that individuals who continue to remain in the workforce actually had better psychosocial as well as physical and functional health than retirees. And anecdotally, if you talk to a lot of seniors, like I say, actually many do want to continue to contribute in work or in volunteerism.
For our staff here, we scrapped the retirement age. We recognise that many people want to work in their 60s, 70s and 80s and are able to perform. And many of our people want to continue to work as they get older, but they don't always want to continue with the same level of responsibility. Creating an environment where people can come and go as they please was also for us quite important. An environment where there are no symbols of status as well.
One of the problems a lot of people say is, yes, I know you're supposed to eat healthy, you're supposed to exercise. You don't really see the results immediately. So after a while, the enthusiasm wanes. Is there any way that we could show people that if you do certain things, it does really result in something positive?
We really need to create this enabling aging environment, make it convenient for people to participate. We have worked together with our partners, with HPB, to make these programs very, very accessible and convenient for our seniors as well as anybody who wants to join, either at the community or at the workplace. For instance, access to free exercise programs.
But Rachel, a lot of your programs, are you actually preaching to the converted? What about the ones who do not come, who stay home, that you can't reach?
It's also important for us to think about how to design new programs, and particularly from the frailty perspective, how to enhance the quality of these programs so that seniors can really optimize the benefits from physical activity. So for instance, they are well exposed to aerobic programs.
Right.
They do Zumbago, they stretch it out. And of course, that's very good for the cardiovascular health. But from the sarcopenia, frailty perspective, they may be benefiting more if they do more muscle strengthening exercises, as equally important as the protein intake.
Yeah, there is some rhetoric that needs to change. It tends to be negative rhetoric around aging. We talk about the silver tsunami, for example, the demographic time bomb.
So if you look at the definition of elderly, it's usually 60 or 65. But I think we really need to redefine our thinking. Maybe 65 is still considered young. It's no longer the young old. So now we have 65 to 74 is young old, then 75 to 84 is old, then after that above 85 is old. So maybe 65 to 74 could be the new middle age, for instance.
Seniors today are quite different from seniors of tomorrow. So for example, the seniors that we meet in the community today who are in their 60s and 70s, they are less educated than possibly the younger seniors, 50 or 40s in the workplaces who are working and they are more tech savvy.
It's true that we are beginning to see a new generation of what we call the modern active agers. They are actually healthier, they have much more to offer, they are more confident, more educated. So basically the needs will be different, and when we talk about providing for their healthcare needs and so on, I think it's very different, and we need to continue to work with them to see how we can give them a positive aging experience.